Well, hi, I'm John Hart, and welcome back to Mr. America Hart. Today I'm talking to you about the 5 big no's, the 5 big mistakes to avoid in any gym setting. So here we go. We're going to go with the quick 5, right? Number 1, avoid doing curls, barbell curls in the squat rack. I know this sounds really silly to a whole bunch of you experienced lifters, but the novice or even the intermediate type lifters, I see this quite often, in the gym. And just the plain selfish. Doing curls in the squat rack or in the power rack like I have right here to my left, doing curls inside that rack when other people want to use it. You know how it is when you get psyched up to go and do your legs that day at the gym and you know you're a little bit nervous because you're going to be squatting that day and big weights are on your mind. You got to get psyched up. You got to get revved up for this workout. You show up at the gym. You know there's 3 squat racks. You know you have your favorite squat rack. You know which one I'm talking about. And when you head towards that rack, kabam, you see the one guy in the gym standing there doing barbell curls inside that rack. And when you ask him how many sets he has left, he says he just started. Wow, he just started. And in gym vernacular, I just started means, those words, I just started, means leave me alone. I'm going to be here for a while. So what do? Well, this is going to be a problem, right? So, number 1, do not do curls in the squat rack. That one, negative, and it's gone. Okay, number 2, when you go to use dumbbells and you pull off dumbbells from the rack, the dumbbell rack, it doesn't matter what you're going to do. Curls, lateral raises, dumbbell presses, standing dumbbell presses, whatever it is. One-arm dumbbell rows. Do not stand too close to the dumbbell rack after you pull the weights off the rack. This seems to be common sense, but it just happens every single day in the gym where you have some guy or gal take those dumbbells off the rack and they take a half a step back like this and they start doing curls, preventing anybody from going to the rack and grabbing any one of the associated nearby dumbbells that are 5 pounds lighter or heavier. So basically they're taking up, selfishly, space in front of that rack. Do not do this. Step back, let people get in front of you to get whatever dumbbells they need, and stand in the space where your dumbbells are just pulled out of, because obviously, if those dumbbells are missing, no one's going to get in your mirror space. Which brings me to number 3. Do not get in front of anybody's mirror space. I know when it comes to the gym, I've been around long enough, when it comes to the gym, that a lot of people, especially powerlifters, look at bodybuilders and they go, man, it's so vain. You guys got to use a mirror to lift weights. You got to check your form after you've been lifting 15 years, 25 years. You mean you don't know you're using good form? Well, that's just not the case, okay? It's not just checking form. Some people get in a complete zone when they're lifting. It's a way to focus entirely and not get distracted. The last thing somebody needs when they're in the middle of some heavy dumbbell shoulder presses or some heavy curls or some lateral raises, the last thing they need is to have you standing in front of them just yapping it up to your friend in between them and the mirror space that they were enjoying up until the moment you stepped in front of them. So yeah, don't stand in front of anybody's mirror space. Don't take up that space between them and their mirror, okay? For the moment, it's theirs. Just give it to them, okay? It's kind of nice of you to do. Gym etiquette and all that. Number 4, do not leave your weights on a leg press, hack squat, anything, bench press. Do not leave the weights on the machine. Whatever you do, if you're big enough to put the weights on, you're big enough to take the weights off. Friend of mine, Lyle Alzado, former NFL defensive player. You know Lyle Alzado, you can look him up. Great football player. Lyle used to say that in the gym. He'd be lifting at Gold's Gym in Venice. Big weights, big dumbbells. He'd boom, sit up with them, pull them off the rack. Boom, do a set, sit back up with them, and then walk them back to the rack. And he'd say the whole way, big enough to use them, big enough to put them away. So let's run with that one. Big enough to use them, big enough to put them away. Whether it's dumbbells, barbell, plates, a barbell that doesn't belong where you left it, just put it back where the gym wants it to be, on the tree, the weight tree, in the barbell tree as well. Put it where it belongs, or back on the bench press, or back in the rack. Wherever it belongs, just do it and be polite to others that are around. Last but not least, number 5, do not engage somebody. Do not talk to somebody when they are doing an exercise. If they're lifting, let them concentrate on what they're doing. Last thing you want to do is be the reason why somebody hurt themselves because they were distracted and they were talking to you and they turn their head while they're lifting. Of course, they shouldn't do it, and they should just wait till they're done with the set and ignore you until then. That would be the best thing to do. But let's say they're not as rude as you are for talking to them. Basically, don't talk to anybody. Do not engage anybody when they are doing a set. If they engage you, that's one thing. Obviously, they're not taking it seriously. Obviously, they're not lifting weights heavy enough to demand their full attention. Fine. Go ahead. Talk to them in that case. But otherwise, we leave them alone. And that's it for today. Basically, 5 good gym etiquette rules to follow. And listen, before you go, got a few things for you. Have you checked out our Instagram channel? It's at Mr. A. Hart, MrAheart on Instagram. Go to IG, check that out, and won't you follow the channel on Mr. A. Hart? That would be great. Also, before you leave, down below in the comments section of this video right here, do you want to add a number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to the list of don't do's or a list of gym etiquette rules? Please go ahead and list them down there. We'd love to see what you have to say. And also, I'm sure there's going to be subscribers and viewers of this video that'll benefit from it as well. And off to my left, before you go, that right there is the subscribe button for my channel, Mr. America Hart. Please give it a tap right there. And YouTube will let you know when we have some new videos pop up. Down below on your left, you're going to see a thumbs up button. That thumbs up lets the YouTube algorithm know that you'll like the video. And it'll just pop it up a little bit more and give the channel a little bit more juice with YouTube. So we appreciate your help with that. From my heart to you today, John Hart. Thank you.